In 2011, this man took a bold step and invested just $100 in Bitcoin. Fast forward to today, can you even imagine what his net worth could be? He's incredibly well known. Practically everyone recognizes him. If you know who he is, drop his name in the comments below.
Who knows, maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand him a little crypto check, right? We'll hand him a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
But how do you want it to be more prominent in America? How will that work?
Oh, it's going to work easily. It's already prominent. It's moving along. It's very loosely regulated. That's one of the reasons it's moving along. But it is a different form of a currency, and it's going to end up benefiting the country. But if we shut it down, like, Biden's trying to shut it down, Biden doesn't have the intellect to shut it down. Can you imagine this guy's telling you to shut something down like that? He has no idea what the hell it is. But if we don't embrace it, it's going to be embraced by other people. It's a massive thing already. Did you read where it's bigger than any company in the world already? I mean, if you look at the market, it's bigger than many countries. It's a very big thing. If we're not going to be the leader, we have the people that are the leaders. I know some of them. They're very smart. And if we don't embrace it, other countries are going to embrace it. Other countries will anyway. But we can be the leader, and we might as well be the leader.
Former President Donald Trump has had a complicated relationship with Bitcoin. He was openly critical of cryptocurrencies during his presidency, calling Bitcoin a scam and expressing concerns about its potential to undermine the US dollar. But as crypto continues to grow in popularity, Trump's tone has softened. Recently, he even mentioned that certain strategies involving digital assets, which he referred to as a crypto check, could be used to tackle the national debt.
Who knows, maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand him a little crypto check, right? We'll hand him a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
Following Trump's victory in the 2024 election, Bitcoin surged in a significant rally, reaching a new all-time high of $93,000, up from its previous level of $66,000.
However, there were a few visionaries who recognized Bitcoin's potential as far back as 2011, when it was trading at just around $7.
I'm right here watching history be made. Bitcoin is now up to $111. It's an all-time high, and it's continuing to rise. I've seen it break 3 times today. Went up to 110, and this is the highest that it's been. It's ridiculous. Last trade, 189 Bitcoin for $111 piece. That's amazing to me.
Recently, I have noticed a lot of videos on YouTube where people are saying that Bitcoins are a scam, a Ponzi scheme, or otherwise a bad idea. I disagree, so I would like to invite those people to put their money where their mouth is. I'm willing to bet 10,000 US dollars, or equivalent in Bitcoins, that over the next 2 years, Bitcoins will not only outperform the stock market, gold, silver, and the US dollar, but Bitcoins will do it by more than 100 times. This means that I am willing to bet that if silver is up by 100% over the next 2 years, I think Bitcoin will be up by more than 10,000%.
Recently, BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, has shown significant interest in Bitcoin, filing for a Bitcoin ETF. This move could introduce institutional capital and reshape the cryptocurrency's mainstream adoption.
And I studied it, learned about it, and I came away saying, okay, my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today. I believe the opportunity today. I believe Bitcoin is legitimate, like everything else, but it is a legitimate financial instrument that allows you to have maybe uncorrelated, non-correlated type of returns. I believe it is an instrument that you invest in when you're more frightened, though. Right. It is an instrument when you believe that countries are debasing their currency, by excess deficits, and some countries are. I believe we have countries where you're frightened of your everyday existence, and if you have an opportunity to invest in something that is outside your country's control, then you can have more financial control. And so I'm a major believer that there is a role for Bitcoin in portfolios. I believe you're going to see that as one of the asset classes that we all look at. I look at it as digital gold, as I said before, and I do believe there's a real need for everyone to look at it as one alternative to, I would say, the optimism that I have in the world. If you want to hedge hope, Bitcoin is not an instrument for hope unless you're hopeful you're going to make a lot of money on it. But I look at it as a vehicle in which you're expressing your financial acumen in something that you're more frightened of the world, you're more frightened of your existence. And I believe there's a great industrial use for it. And I think a lot of people are missing that.
MicroStrategy, led by Michael Saylor, made a bold bet on Bitcoin, investing billions since 2020. Their strategy paid off with substantial profits as Bitcoin's value soared, solidifying the company's reputation as a major corporate Bitcoin holder.
August 10th of 2020, MicroStrategies bought about $8.3 billion worth of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up 44% a year on average since then. The S&P is up 12%. And since we levered it, we're up 825%. The number one performing stock in the S&P is NVIDIA, up 821% as of Friday. So we beat every single company in the S&P index using a Bitcoin strategy.